It's time for You Make the Magic, the series where I rate custom cards sent in by you, the fans, to mtg.pics. And finally, we're going to go to Zero Dame, who has brought us a Rum Mage for 1 and red, creature, human, pirate, wizard, which is uncommon, which is good. So, you know, we want to try and get a good variety. We want to try and get a good variety of cards on here, not just rares or mythics, you know. So whenever you cast a pirate spell, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card for a 1/3. And this has got flavor text. This rum is magic, I tell you. Last time I took a sip, I was transported a good week into the future. I mean, fantastic. So let's see. Flavor-wise, we have Rum Mage. So does the effect match the name? So, I've only just got this. The name is Rum Mage. The effect is colloquially known as rummage, I think, which is where you discard a card and then draw a card, which I think that's the name of the effect. If it is, then spot on. I mean, we're going to get quite high meme scores on this one, I can tell you that. Does it make sense, the flavor-wise? So we actually have flavor text here that we can sort of bring into this. This rum is magic, I tell you. Last time I took a sip, I was transported a good week into the future. So that, I think, is sort of eliding the discarding and drawing. You're sort of getting rid of your past, or your present rather, and getting your future out as well. So I think as a total, I'm pretty sure the flavor here is on for, let's say, a 9 out of 10. Pretty flavorful card. I quite like that. Okay, so next up is mechanics. Is it an interesting card to play with? I think it's one of those cards, I mean, obviously we have to take into account it's uncommon. We have similar effects in other, we have other examples of when you cast a spell of the same type, having to discard and draw a card. I think that's absolutely fine. It's obviously a May effect as well, so you don't have to do it. I'm pretty happy about that. You don't always want to be triggering this effect, so that's absolutely fine. Is an interesting card to play with. I think if you had this in a pirate deck, you'd actually be reasonably happy about playing with this. There's a lot of, if you're playing Pirate Matters, then absolutely you want to have this down. You want to be casting your pirates, digging through your deck as much as you can. I think mechanics-wise, absolutely spot on for what we want to be doing. Obviously, the effect is in red, no issues with the color pie here. So I think in terms of mechanics, we have to take into account it's an uncommon. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. I think it's a really, really decent card. All right, next up, balance. Is it too strong, too weak? I think this is actually pretty spot on. This effect is not too strong for Magic. It's not like this is going to be completely unstoppable. You can kill it. That's absolutely fine. It's a 1/3, so it is going to be able to sit around, but it's not going to be posing much of a threat. Feels like this was designed, this is a really good limited card, I would say. If you're playing in your limited deck, if you're playing in a pirate themed deck, I could see this being in the next Ixalan set, for example. So in terms of balance, I'm going to give this, I'm actually going to give this quite a high score again. I think this is going to be an 8 out of 10 on balance. I think this is very, very good. And finally, meme. I mean, it is tying into the Pirates of the Caribbean, Johnny Depp, Where is the Rum Gone? Calling it Rum Mage, again, is just very on the nose. This is a Reddit favorite card sort of thing. Get a fantastic artist on this with a massive bottle of rum, looking potentially a little bit sozzled. I think this card, yeah, it would be absolutely fantastic. I think meme-wise, we're very high. I'm going to go as high as a 7 out of 10 for meme. It is perfectly mimetic without being unprintable. Overall, what do we think about this card? I really like it. I really like this design. It's difficult to design uncommons. This is a reasonable ability that could easily be printed on an uncommon. I'm going to give this card a 9 out of 10. Okay, so those were my thoughts. What about yours? Tell me I'm wrong in the comments below, and if you want to get in on this action, then please send your custom cards to mtg.pics.